Hi everybody. I forgot to read my couple of the comments from my last post, the dollar store. These are troll posts. This is a troll post actually. And my troll writes, "You elitist bitch. Try feeding 3 kids on no alimony and no child support and just what the state gives you. There aren't any frickin' leftovers and the 99-cent store costs too much. Jeez." Okay, alrighty, so here's my reply. Well, from where I'm sitting, it looks like impoverished breeders have a ton of resources, like Section 8 housing, free medical care, food banks, government grants for higher education, WIC programs, First 5, Head Start, and the holy grail of all entitlements, a monthly welfare check dumped conveniently in your bank account. Single adults without kids, people like me, who have a small income but not enough to live on, get zilch. So quit crying and call your social worker for some ideas. Or maybe, like me, you can just start looking for a job. Just a suggestion. So that was my first troll. Now we're going to move on to my next post. And it is entitled Crying Jag, from Saturday, April 13th, 2013. My car hates me. As a wedding present, Barney bought me a brand new Jaguar. I drove it for a couple of years, but when he suggested I turn it in for something newer, I just couldn't part with it. So it sat in the far stall of the garage while I drove one of the newer cars Barney leased every couple of years. When I met Barney, I'd been driving my 16th birthday present 1992 Volvo 240, and I was ready for something classier. I'll never forget waking up on my 16th birthday and rushing to the window to see my new car. I knew my parents were buying me one, and I'd hinted plenty about a Camaro. Seeing that tan Volvo parked where my red Camaro should have been was disorienting at first. For a split second, I thought I'd better go outside and look behind it to see if my pretty red car was hidden there. Anyhow, Barney convinced me to sell it right after he gave me the Jag. Stupid move. When we split, I was allowed to keep my car as per the prenup. If I'd only known that he was planning to dump me for a newer model, I'd have let him gift me with a new car every couple of years, and they'd all be Volvos. So now, the Jag and I are stuck together, lurching our way down Santa Monica Boulevard each day in search of cheap food, Wi-Fi hotspots, and gainful employment. That car is nickel and diming me to death, only the nickels and dimes are really $500 and $1,000 repair invoices. Within a few hours of getting my alimony check, the damn car lost its transmission while I was stopped in traffic. I just turned off Lincoln toward the 99-cent store. Yes, it's becoming an obsession. When varoom varoom, all rev and no motion. What a nightmare. Everyone was honking and screaming at me to move my fucking car, and I just froze. I had absolutely no idea what to do. I sat there hoping Scotty would beam me up or Calgon would take me away. Instead, a couple of hunky guys pushed it into a parking lot. They were so sweet and friendly, I was considering the bend and snap, rent Legally Blonde if you don't get the reference. But the way they called me ma'am was crushing. All respectful voices and downcast eyes. If I'd actually done the bend and snap, they'd probably just assume my orthopedic hip was giving out along with the transmission on my rattle-trap old lady car. After waiting an eternity for the tow truck, I finally got it to Jose, my mechanic. The transmission isn't completely gone, but it needs about $700 worth of repairs. Jose is a good mechanic and fair, and since Barney and I split, he's been giving me discounted prices. Even with all that, it knocked the crap out of my check. So here I am again, rent paid, bills late, $127 between me and starvation, and 26 days until the next check. I need a job, and quick. Well, my troll is back, and he or she writes, "Have you ever worked? Too good to flip burgers? Can you do anything besides whine? Sell the frickin' lemon and get an old Geo like the rest of us poor people. To which I reply, what is it with you? I live in LA, remember? The burger flipping jobs are all tied up by teenagers and undocumented workers. I could work at Starbucks, except they only hire pierced 25-year-olds who are getting degrees in stupid shit like public administration. I'm 36 years old. That's like 56 years old in Los Angeles years. I like your suggestion about the Geo, though. I think I'll look into it. More later. Next week, we're going to read The Bus. See you then.